Scam artists tend to come out of the woodwork after a hurricane or another natural disaster, and there are alerts now to be wary about coronavirus scams. Today, an in-depth look at ways to avoid becoming a victim of a scam.
Joining me in studio is tech expert Tom Jelneck. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
There is a lot of misinformation, a lot of confusion with the coronavirus pandemic, and unfortunately there are people who actually take advantage of that chaos and bring out the worst.
Right.
We were talking about this app that actually promotes false information when it comes to COVID-19 cases.
Yeah, so I like to call these people cyber thugs. There's always people that want to find a way to make a panic situation even worse. So what's going on is they've developed, it is an app that you download to your Windows machine typically, and it looks just like the real map that you'd see at the CDC with all the hot spots and the circles. So for those people who really want to stay on top of the coronavirus widespread,
right,
they'll download it, double click it, execute it, and then these people have access to all of your information and they're stealing it and can rob your identity. And it's just not good.
No, it is not. So how do you know if it's real or fake?
You don't download stuff to your computer.
Okay.
So, I mean,
okay.
my advice on this one is stay away from anything that looks remotely like, track the virus. Go to a website like the CDC, go to a reputable website that you know is legit, and kind of, get your news from that source.
So you were mentioning that they can gather your information. Is that what they're trying to get?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So it's malware where they kind of take over your computer, and then anytime you go to the internet and type in creds to a bank or whatever, this is giving them the opportunity to take that data, build a profile on you, rob you blind, whatever.
Okay, good advice. Now, obviously, unfortunately, I'm sure there are plenty of other scams out there. What are some of the ones that you're seeing that you want people to know about?
So I've seen a lot of scams, all the way from an ex-televangelist who's selling magic juice that you can drink and will cure you of all your ails, including the coronavirus, which is absolutely fake and false. We're also seeing people price gouge. We're seeing fake masks. We're seeing all kinds of things pop up on Amazon that overpriced this and overpriced that. They're doing a good job of mitigating that, but still, people are taking advantage, and that's not good either.
A lot of health officials, a lot of government officials are really asking and urging Americans to vet that information. If you don't vet it, what could that lead to? So
you can pay triple what you should be paying for hand sanitizer. You could get bogus product that's not even effective, period. And some of these masks don't even do anything whatsoever. There was an instance where they were taking painting masks that you would use to paint and flipping them as medical grade. So you could be doing yourself more harm than you're doing good. And certainly you're feeding these thugs who are just taking advantage.
Right, and this is not just relegated to individuals, because earlier this week the Department of Health and Human Services had some suspicious cyber activity. What was that all about? So
it's what we call in the biz distributed denial of service. So basically what it is a whole bunch of computers working together to push traffic at a website to try to bring it down. So if you're another country right now that's really trying to upset the apple cart and take advantage of panic, you would push all your traffic to that website, bring it down, so now the American people can't get to this website to get the info that they're after, and it also makes our government and our resources look like we're not able to handle this. Right, so obviously vetting information, but if you feel like you have fallen victim to a scam, what should people do? So there's numerous hotlines across the United States that you can call. I know the state of Florida has one for price gouging and certainly fraud. So I would encourage you to Google that number. I don't know it off the top of my head, but certainly report it to the state. The Attorney General's office wants to keep this stuff at a minimal. Right. Be vigilant. Vet everything, and just get your news from a very reputable source. And I also want to reiterate a point that you made earlier, which is so important, is just don't download anything to your computer. Go to those websites that you have heard through the officials, and just be very careful with what you read, with what you share. Right. And one last bit of advice on that too. You're going to get emails from people that are going to tell you, they have information you need to read about the coronavirus. Don't click any links that come into your inbox, because that too can be malware and evil and take advantage of your computer and cause more panic.
Okay, always important to be cautious, but especially now when we're at a time of a pandemic, it's so important. So great advice. Thank you so much, Tom Jelneck, tech expert. Thank you for going in depth with us.
Thank you so much.